So Chef and Twyla, they're handing out some menus, not menus, but these are some items that you can look to come on our next menus that we do. So as they're handing it out, we try to do this once every, I'd say, 6 months to a year. We're actually really revamping these menus. And I'm glad that you guys are here because there's a lot of good stuff that's on here. But I know I've said this before, just want you guys to know, we are an assisted living. We are still we have to follow the guidelines for assisted living, so there's a lot that actually has to happen to get these items on the menu. But, you know, we are way above the bare minimum, and we get the input from you guys. Any item that goes on the actual menu, we have to have a dietitian go through it. And all of these safety checks that are in there, we have to order from certain vendors. All of these things that go in there, they do calorie counts, they do all the good stuff to make sure that we are keeping you guys stimulated. So what we've done is we've revamped the entire menu for Chef's Pick, which is where we are right now. I say it's like a land cruise. This is like the dining room of a land cruise, where you can have your 4-course meal and go around. But of course there are other restaurants too. Legends Lounge, that will be getting a new menu shortly. We're working on that as well. And then of course there's Chateau Madeleine upstairs, room service and all sorts of other stuff that's out there. So what I'd like to do is let you know, gives you a little bit of feedback of what we have. So I want to show you, I'm sure you can look at that, the very back page, it gives you combinations. It tells you how many choices. But really, these are interesting facts. Over 20,000 possible meal combinations can be done just from this restaurant. Of course, we have resident choice, where there are forms that Chef and Twyla go through. Some of you guys know the drill, where you can always put feedback in here, and it may end up either on the menu or even as one of our specials. But it's so important. We get so used to walking in and looking at that monitor, which is great. It has what the current special is. We get so used to it that sometimes we forget we can order whatever we want. It's a full service menu here at Chef's Pick Dining, so you don't have to order what's on that special.
Hello everybody, how's it going?
Great.
Good, so as you look through these obviously they're very preliminary menus, they're not in menu form yet, but these are the items that we're planning obviously on putting on the new menus, and Jordan will be working very hard on these over the next couple of weeks to turn them all into menu form as you're used to seeing. So I know everybody has suggestions, and we have listened, and we've tried to incorporate some of those items into the menu. But if you don't see a particular favorite dish on the menu, because obviously we have 64, 65 assisted living residents here, we would have a menu that thick, and as some of you know, obviously storage is at a maximum already, so we try and incorporate as many items as we can, maybe using them once, twice, 3 times in different dishes across breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just to maximize on storage and make sure that we always have the items in stock. That being said, Twyla will be walking around here shortly, passing out resident choice flyers, which some of you may or may not have seen previously. And they typically live in this box over
right
here.
Right behind the grievances.
Right behind the grievances. So
Looks delicious.
that's the goal. So the kitchen guys and myself will be working very hard, perfecting these dishes for you guys so they come out consistently every single time. And the goal is to get these out right around February 3rd, February 4th, somewhere in that time frame.
And we will continue doing the picnics, as well as the barbecue night, which is Thursday. So It's really nice if when we, as the weather starts to warm up, to actually go outside for the barbecue. You'll see the tables. We're going to start getting them set up more as the weather gets warmer. It's not like it's snowing out, but still, when the weather was nice last week, I saw a lot of you going outside and eating and starting, because that to me is paradise. It's almost like a hotel out there. But, and I know you're doing the different buffet style type items and kind of mixing it up, but a lot of that is from even your ideas. So every one of your ideas get taken a look at.
You can always ask for a half portion. There are certain meals that we cannot slice in half. A fillet of fish just looks funny when you only get this big, right? So we are mandated to give you a certain amount of food by the state, but a lot of the entrees, we will be happy to do half portions for you. All you have to do is ask the server. It's right in the POS system. They just get half. Also remember that we have low sodium available. If you are on a very strict sodium diet, we can refrain from seasoning your item, and you can do so at the table as you wish.
Imagine like you're going to a restaurant, and if there's something that you don't want in your meal, or some special way, or we're not going to be mind readers, you have to ask your server. Just tell your server, don't feel embarrassed, and they will do it, because this is a restaurant, but it also
Within
is
reason.
within reason. Yeah, we can't put gold flake chocolate, golden, whatever you want to call it. But the point here is that it's just a communication, and that's the biggest thing, to communicate with your server. Yeah, eventually they'll get to know the way you like it, but still, it's always good if it's that big of a deal. Let them know, remind them. So that's a big thing of the communication.
That's an excellent point, and it is so important. If you don't want lettuce, tomato, onion in your burger, tell the server. I mean, don't be shy to tell them they don't want, so they need your input to get your meal correct. Because the cooks in the kitchen, that they work off a piece of paper that comes off the printer from the information they get from the server. The server obviously gets that information from you. So we're constantly working with the servers and trying to get them to use the tablets tableside, which hopefully makes for more accurate information. Nobody's perfect, so if there is a mistake, we'll fix it, obviously. But the more information they get from you, the more accurate your food is going to be coming out of the kitchen.
You look at our servers and the kitchen staff. I mean, I'd like to give them a round of applause. You guys see them all the time. They work hard. Everybody has personal lives too, and they come to work and they're smiling and they're quick and in fact, I've never seen any of you guys upset out here.
And the first week of February, we're going to have a fun week where we won't run any additional specials. It will just be get to know your new menu, and you guys can order up with the new menus, and then we'll start to rotate in hopefully some resident requests and get back into doing a daily breakfast, lunch and dinner special. But we want you guys to enjoy the new menus, and then pick your favorites, and then you're free to order up with the menu or the specials again when we get back into doing them.